Hello Leo, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. Today we're going to have a look at the energy surrounding you at the Scorpio full moon from the 30th of April to the 30th of May. Leo, just a bit of an update. This Scorpio full moon is all about rebirth, so that's the sign of Scorpio, but particularly in your intimate relationships, it pertains to ending a cycle, completion, release, letting go. Now that doesn't mean ending a relationship, not necessarily. It means, nothing ever stays the same. Change is necessary, and relationships are the same. They evolve. Life is always changing. And this full moon is making us all have a look at who we are, right, in relationships, acceptance of good and bad. And it's really about letting go of old habits. So for you, my question is, do you tend to attract and stay in bad relationships, the same cycle over and over again? If so, then this is the right time to release and let that pattern go. Learn what you have and recognize the signs when they present themselves. Or is it that you project fear into healthy, loving relationships that it won't work and give all the reasons why it won't work and then hold yourself back from receiving more love? It's one way or the other. Either way, this is the time to let it go. And just like the new moon, where you take pen to paper and you manifest what you desire to bring into your life, the full moon is all about releasing and letting go. So if you feel so inclined, the full moon is on the 30th of April on the east coast of Australia at 10:58 a.m. But the energies will carry on for 6 to 8 days afterwards, okay? So you can take pen to paper and write out everything that you want to let go and release that no longer serves you, okay? And then either rip it up or burn it under the full moon. All right, so Leo, let's have a look. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Please show me what are the messages for the sign of Leo during the 30th of April to the 30th of May 2018. Please show me, what does Leo need to know? Come on, please show me, what does Leo need to know? Thank you. Relationships for you again, Leo. Please show me, what does Leo need to know? Patience. Patience in relationships. I know that's making sense. Alright, please show me a few more cards. Thank you. Juggling, needing to make a decision with the Two of Earth. Could be juggling between two people, juggling between two outcomes. Your own card, Strength. Two more, please. Still got a bit of money troubles, Leo. One more. Okay. Okay, Leo. So, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Air. The Six of Air is all about, this is the energy that's overarching the whole reading, right? It's all about emotionally letting go of what no longer serves you. It's what I was just saying before, right? You need to let go of these habits, whichever one it is, whether you keep attracting bad relationships or you're projecting fear into healthy, loving relationships. Now, the Six of Air, the Six of Swords, talks about moving away from turbulent waters into calmer waters. That's the literal translation in the tarot. Now, in this deck, it kind of looks like it's floating in the sky. Okay, so it's surrounded by birds guiding the way through. And I think this is really prevalent for you. And I say this message, we're the guides, right? As tarot readers, our role in tarot is to guide you, to show you what the energy is so that you can make an informed decision for yourself. No one ever forces you to make the decision. The choices that you make are the choices that you make. However, my role as the messenger is to try and give you some clarity into those choices. And this is a message of it's time to let go. Okay? So you know what that means for whoever it is. This is a general reading, so there's a lot of you watching, but it is coupled with the relationship card of the Two of Cups. So this means a few things for me. It's either time to let go of your role in a relationship, or it's time to let go of an actual relationship, and it's going to take strength to do that. It's something that you know it's not coming back, it's not healthy, it's not right for you, and it's time to move on. Or it's time to let go of who you are in a relationship and what you've been projecting, okay? And it's coupled with the sign of temperance or patience, okay, in this deck. So it's all about having patience with yourself as you do this. Letting go doesn't mean that you go home and be like, we need to break up, or that's it, I'm walking out, or whatever it may be. It's about accepting that that's the truth and then making the decision to do that. And the reason why I say that is because patience is coupled with the Two of Earth. So the Two of Earth, as I mentioned before when it came out, talks about juggling. So it's either juggling your money, and money I know has been coming up for you a lot in your readings. So it's either about juggling your money and your financial situation. It's time to have patience. It's time to let go of that, have patience as it all works it out. Or for me, at the core of your foundation, there's two people. If you're dating, there's two people that you're juggling. It's time to let go of one and make that decision. Okay, and choose just one. You can't have both. Now, your past energies are that of your own card of strength and the Five of Earth, which talks about what I was mentioning before about the financial constraints and feeling like you have lack or loss. Now, this has come up for you a lot in your readings, and it's tied very much to your relationships. And I think I've said this before about not trying to buy affection with money or material things, or buy love by providing a home or whatever it may be. In this sense, it's literally about your coming out of that energy and that way of thinking and that modality. Okay, so hurrah, because that's a massive step, and you've had the strength to kind of do the inner work and recognize that within yourself. It can also mean that in ending a relationship, you are going to feel financial lack or loss or strain. It may be that you, the reason why you're juggling at the moment or not quite ready to make a decision and need to have patience is because financially it's going to pay off for you if you wait. But emotionally, you're done. Okay, you're moving on. Now, if you're not ending a relationship, but you are in a happy relationship, this is all about inner work for you, Leo, okay? It's about changing how you are in a relationship. If you know that you continually self-sabotage and look for reasons of why things that won't work, that are completely healthy, happy, and loving, then this is about you letting go of that kind of trait within yourself. And this is not a judgment, right? So the reasons why we generally tend to project fatality or things not working is due largely to us wanting to protect ourselves from past hurts, okay? But it's important to recognize when something is loving and beautiful, and have patience with yourself on this, by the way, but recognize when something is loving and beautiful, and really ask yourself when you start to have these seeds of doubts, where is this coming from? What is that person contributing to? How is that portraying in my life, okay? Now, you leave the month with the energy of the Four of Water, which is the Four of Cups. So it's kind of like, this for me can be someone gives you a love offer and you don't want to take it, right? So it could be you're leaving that energy because you've made a decision about who you're going to pick and someone's still wanting you to have another go with them and you're like, no, I'm not interested, for those that are single and dating. Or it could mean that you're just kind of bored. You're bored with the person that you've been dealing with and they are trying to come back and have another go and you're over it. You've emotionally moved on, and whatever they're offering you, it just doesn't appeal to you anymore, even though it once did, okay? It could also mean that you are, the reason why you're creating this fear or this hesitation in your current perfect, loving, healthy, happy relationship is because you have boredom within the relationship. And if that is you, Leo, then, you're the sign of fire, your passion, your creativity, your sensual. I urge you to recognize that within yourself and do something about it. Organize a date night, organize some sexy time, do something to show your partner how you appreciate them. If you haven't read it, there is a great book called The 5 Love Languages, and it talks about the way in which we express our love. There's a quiz that you can do that goes with it as well. And what you can do is actually sit down and with your partner, if they're open to it, and do it and figure out how they like to receive messages of love. You know, you might like gifts, the other person might like things done for them, like what's called acts of service. So for example, they might like a tea made for them in bed each morning. Something like that can actually, a small little thing like that, which may seem insignificant as I'm talking or taking out the trash or something like that, can actually really resurrect a relationship and the love within a relationship and how someone looks at the person, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time. Because for some of you, there is longevity here, okay? All right, Leo, so let's have a look at your additional guidance here as your oracle cards and see what else wants to come out. Please show me, what are the additional messages for Leo in this relationship? Reading, even though it's a full moon, very heavily weighted to relationships though. And Leos, for those of you that it didn't pertain to, this is a general reading. Please check your rising sign, because I know that was very specific, but if you're thinking, oh, that doesn't make sense to me, but it was so on point last week, just check your rising, your rising sign or your moon sign, okay? Please show me, what are the additional messages for Leo? Thank you. What was I saying about being passionate and fiery? Magnetism. Woohoo. Yeah, I'm a bit lame, but on the card you can see it's an illustration of two birds meeting, two souls. It's beautiful, and there's like this you can't quite see it, just looks like light. Yeah, light, yellow glowing energy. It's something that you can't see but you can feel, magnetism. And as always, I'll read for you the message from the book. Bear with me, my dear Leo friends. Magnetism. This is interesting. Okay, you ready? Attraction of opposites. Being involved in a situation against better judgment. Feeling somehow responsible for something that was out of your control. What did I say about always wanting to provide in relationships and rescue people and provide through finances? Generate a positively charged self-image through conscious affirmation, affirmative action. My apologies. A petty annoyance builds and may become detrimental to your environment or your relationship. Deflect irritation with a force field of confidence and charisma like only you can, Leo. Duality is an illusion. There is another option. There you go. So for some of you, as I said, you are ending it. It's time to move on. It's time to let go. And for others, it's about bringing the sexy back. Ew! All right, Leos, I think I need to take a break. I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back next week to do a proper love reading for you. Thank you. Take care.